Riverbenders coverage is proudly brought to you by Landmark Realty in Godfrey and Jerseyville, Munganess Burkhardt, Alton Toyota, Barrett Heating and Cooling, Lewis and Clark Community College, Liberty Bank, bank locally, bank Liberty, Macias Insurance Agency, Nautilus Fitness Center, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville, Tarrant and Harmon Real Estate and Auction Company, Marquette Catholic High School, and Roberts Motors.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to What's Up Downtown, Winter Edition 2025. My name is Sarah McGivney. I'm the Executive Director of Alton Main Street. And most of you are probably pretty familiar with our organization, but just in case there are any new faces in the crowd, we are the nonprofit group that's dedicated to the revitalization of downtown Alton. We do that through a variety of ways, such as special events that bring people downtown to shop and dine and be entertained. We also really focus on a lot of aesthetic issues downtown. We're the ones that take care of the flowers and pick up the litter and paint the murals and just make downtown a welcoming, safe, colorful place to be. And we also provide lots of small business support services. We are here to help the mom and pop shops compete with the Walmarts and the Amazons of the world. So we remind you always to think small and shop local first. If you've never been to a What's Up Downtown, I'll just give you a brief rundown. We don't have a prepared agenda. What we do is just keep our ear to the ground and invite a few people who have exciting news that they would like to share about from our featured speakers, who you'll hear from in just a moment. And then after that, we open the floor to our attendees. We have a wireless mic that will pass around the room, and if you have something that you would like to announce, a sale, anniversary, event coming up, things like that, feel free to take the microphone. You're welcome to stand up at your seat if you'd prefer, or you're welcome to come up to the front. Totally up to you. First off, I had a few updates that I wanted to share from Alton Main Street. We have our First Fridays series, and there is one more left on December 5th. That is when all of the shops stay open late until 8 o'clock at night, and we have shuttle service provided, so you can park once and hop all around the district and take advantage of lots of sales and activities and refreshments and fun things happening in all of our retail shops. There is a flyer for First Fridays and everything else I'm going to talk about back on the table. You're also more than welcome to leave your business cards, pamphlets, brochures, things like that for other people to take with them. I wanted to remind everybody that the community tree lighting at Lincoln Douglas Square is this Friday night. Santa Claus arrives at 6 o'clock. We'll have free trolley transportation from 5:30 to 7:30 between Lincoln Douglas Square and the corner of 3rd and Bell for better parking options. You'll be able to take free photos with Santa and costumed characters and enjoy cookies and caroling and cocoa and things like that until 6:45, when Mayor Goins will flip the lights on our beautiful tree that's provided by the Alton Godfrey Rotary Club. Also wanted to remind everyone that Small Business Saturday is coming up. It is sandwiched right between Black Friday and Cyber Monday, and it is the day that we try to really encourage everyone to shop small and check lots of people off your holiday gift list. We will have a program that we are creating that lists all of the offerings from all of our small businesses. I think we have 25 or so signed up at this point. All kinds of great, discounts and specials on gift cards, things like that, so you can check lots of people off your list that day. You can pick one of those up at any of the participating shops. One other thing that I wanted to show everyone before I start calling up our featured speakers is that, if you haven't yet, this is our freshly redesigned website. Thank you to DeMarco Designs for her wonderful work on this. And we are announcing tonight that with our new logo and branding and everything, we decided to go ahead and make some merch. So right on the home page of our website, with this little cutie right here wearing an Alton Main Street shirt, you can click right through, and we had 5 Oak Designs, who recently moved to Bell Street, set us up with an online store. So you can get all kinds of cool Alton Main Street t-shirts and sweatshirts, and we have some coffee mugs. They even brought a few of our examples here. If you'd like to check them out, they turned out really cool. And we have a business type version of our logo there, and then we also have kind of the fun party version of our website or our logo as well that has a kind of a different feel for every one of the letters in Alton, kind of encapsulate how diverse our community is. So please do check that out, and if you know any downtown enthusiasts who would like that for a Christmas gift, feel free to place an order. All right, I would like to call our first featured speaker up to say a few words. Troy Taylor is going to share some details of the American Oddities Museum move from Mineral Springs Mall over to the Snyder Building at 3rd and Piasaw.
I'm Troy. Which one of them am I supposed to be using? Oh, okay. Oh, I gotcha. Okay. My name's Troy Taylor. This is my much better half, Sam, who does, well, pretty much everything. So I just show up for things. Right now we are currently located in the Mineral Springs. We've been there for a couple of years. Actually, I've been there for, almost 15 years, but with the museum, just a couple of years. I took that over from a succession of different people. Started out with Janet Kohler, who had a torture museum in there, but I did not want a torture museum. It scared me. I farmed out all the torture stuff to haunted houses all over the St. Louis area. So if you see any weird torture devices, that probably came from us. But I had a collection of stuff that I'd been putting together for the last 30 years or so of just, well, I mean, some of you know who I am. I have an unusual job, so I have picked up a lot of odd things. But so we moved in a couple of years ago, and then we're getting ready to move downtown to the corner of 3rd and Piasaw, which was the old Snyder's department store. It's next door to Fru's Bridal. And Erin, who owns the bridal store, is our landlord, and she and I are going to work together on a few things, as well as move our museum in, move in the bookstore and things that we have in the museum now, and then we'll also be kind of opening up a new Alton section that will be strictly Alton, not haunted Alton stuff, just Alton stuff. I'll stick with the haunted stuff. Erin is going to do the other stuff. And she then will have an entire section of just, tourism type stuff. And souvenirs, right. So we'll have that available too. Plus, then all of our tours will start from there. We do bus tours, and we started a pub crawl this summer to kind of help out some of the people we knew that had bars that were dealing with, all the stuff that's going on. So, and it did help. I mean, we sold out every tour. We had like 50 people at night coming into these bars, and they were first shocked and then happy once we started doing it. So we'll start all of our tours at the museum as well, and all of our dinner events that we do at the museum. That's something that we've been doing for about 10 years or so now. So we do different themed dinners. If you've never been to one, we do every topic you can imagine. Well, as long as it's macabre and gruesome and weird. Those are the topics. But with the St. Louis exorcism being our number one topic. But we do those, and we'll have a dedicated space for that at the museum too. So we're really excited about getting moved. Our last day at the Mineral Springs will be the 13th is the last day we're open to the public, December 13th. And then we plan to reopen January 17th at our new location. And if that seems fairly short to you, you should probably know that I opened the museum in 2 weeks by myself before, which meant I was there ungodly hours. And I'm sure I'll be doing it again. But come by and see us. If you get a chance, come by and see the old place before we move out. If you're around the Mineral Springs, come by, see us, see Jeff. His gallery is there, and it's Raining Zen. We're the last holdouts at the Mineral Springs for now. And then soon it will be down to 2, unfortunately. But yes. Oh yeah, we do have a small business Saturday event as well. We'll have a store-wide thing. It's listed with the stuff that I sent Sarah. So I've got a new book coming out that day, as long as it gets delivered. But we pray that they'll be here. But other than that, can you think of anything else I should mention? Oh, yeah. If it is, it may be too early to mention this, but if not, February 7th, we'll be at Franklin Lodge up on Washington, the Masonic Lodge, with our 26th annual food drive. We do that every winter. It's a free event. We just ask that people bring food items that we donate to any place that needs them in town. Usually we work with the warming center too. So we usually put together a couple of truckloads of stuff. The ghost people bring a lot of stuff. But we get a lot of people who come over from Missouri and from out of state for that. So, but if you're around, it's a cool event. I mean, we know the food banks are pretty low by February, and this year is going to be even harder, I think. So, yeah, we're going to be putting that together in February, and I guess that's it, right? Okay. All right. Well, thanks, guys.
What's the event attached to your food drive?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't say that. It's not just food drive. That's our Dead of Winter event. It's a free ghost event where we have speakers and things that come from people from different states and stuff, different authors and things. They come, they present. It's all free, and then we do some things in the evening as well. But thank you for saying that. Yeah, Ted and Robin from Galena, a buddy of mine from Tennessee will be up, does a Southern Gothic podcast. I can't remember who else. Well, me, but that's not really a thrill. But yeah, so it's always fun. It's a good event, and we get a lot of people, and that's, I have to do something to ease my conscience at some point during the year. So there it is. So I'm just kidding. We good?
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks so much, Troy. Everything you do is such a huge tourism draw, and we are lucky to be the most haunted small town in America. Next up, I would like to invite Scott Heathman to the stage. He is the CEO here at the Wedge, and he would like to tell you about some upcoming programming.
I'm short, so welcome. I am absolutely thrilled to see so many people for this event, because you're the most important people at this event. Thank you for coming out to just listen to what's going on in the community, what people are bringing to the community, what people are enhancing in the community, because that's the whole point of that. This place is all about that too. The Wedge was built for two priorities and two purposes. One, to create community co-working spaces for people to maybe start a job, to create a new idea and take that to the end of the whole ideation state, which is create a business, maybe make some money. Wouldn't that be great to make some money and stay here in Alton and do that and provide a service for people in the region? The other part of this is obviously we have a co-working space, so imagine like you're tired of working in your bedroom, but you want something better than that. I did that for 2 years and got really sick of it, and my coffee at home is not that great. So I found a co-working spot, someplace that would have good coffee, someplace that might have a gym, someplace that might have beautiful spaces to sit within, in a very unique place, like what you're sitting in now, which was built in 1904, the Wedge Bank. This is what we have here. We have 55,000 square feet that you can now call your spare bedroom. And we run it like a membership model. So think of it like a gym. You can come on in. Maybe you just want to come in for the day. Maybe it's a week. Maybe it's a month. Maybe you want a private office. We've got you covered here. And we're doing even more in 2026 as we build out more private office space, because guess what? We're out of private office space. We have a waiting list now, and I need to create more offices because that is the thing that people want here in this community. The other cool thing about this space is we look at it as an economic development engine. So we're trying to bring workshops and programs and workforce development, whether that's for students all the way up to, I don't know, I see people working in their 80s now. So we're gonna try to help anybody that wants to come in here. We run a variety of programs with our premier partner, which is an incredible university right next door, Southern Illinois University out of Edwardsville. They bring a ton of programs into us each and every month so that you can get information on how can you do marketing for small business, financial and accounting advice, legal advice. Just the other day after Veterans Day, we did something special for veterans where vets got to learn how can they get a VA loan? What are the right things to do with that? What are the wrong things to do with that? What is a VA loan? A lot of vets don't even understand that. And me being one, I can tell you that's an area that we need a lot better education on. And then we also had a gentleman come talk about all the different educational opportunities that are out there for vets, dependents, and their children. And I had no idea the amount of free money that you can get your hands on, no matter how old you are or how long it's been that you've been out of service, by going to one of these workshops for 1 hour. And we run a lot of these programs free or through sponsorships so that we can provide this to you. But I'm going to get off the stage. I just want to welcome you again to the Wedge. Just by show of hands, who's been in this bank or had money in this bank? Yeah.
I worked here in 1960.
See, this is what's beautiful about this. Yeah. Can you point to where your office was?
I was in the basement.
You're in the basement by the safe deposit box?
But my question is, I guess it was a tour of open house when this first was open house.
Yeah.
And I missed it. Is there a time, or are there various times that you could take a tour and see what all has been accomplished here?
So it sounds like you're putting me on the spot to give a tour after this. So, but secondly, you can go right to our brand new website, and there's a button on there. You click book a tour, and you can come on in. Probably give you another free cup of coffee if you do, and you can book a tour, and we'll show you around. If you got a group of people, even better, because the one thing that people need to learn, and I've actually underestimated the education of what co-working is. It's all about seeing the space and understanding what you can do with it. So it's absolutely beautiful. We've got Wi-Fi included. We got business areas. We got all these amenities that people don't really think about when they are in a space like this. And again, it's very unique because it's 3 buildings tied together. And a lot of people like you can point to where their office was on that opening day, and it was amazing to see the people going, I worked right there. Somebody worked right there. We've already looked in the safes. They're all empty. So there's nothing there, and the safe deposit boxes. So, but yes, you can book a tour. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing.
Is there, when you book the tours, is it through Alton Main Street?
Nope, it goes right to us. So, the website is thewedge.space.
Okay.
S-P-A-C-E. You can look it up there. Yep, just go right on the website. We get notification, and then we'll book you. And then you just come on out. And our entrance is right here, but our reception is actually on the 2nd floor. But we have a nice little fancy doorbell. We can see you. Ring the doorbell. We'll buzz you up on the elevator or the stairs, and you come right in, and we'll welcome you in. So if anybody has questions, we have a ton of material on the back. You might even see some of these poker chips. These are not good at the casino. Okay? These are good for 1 free day of co-working. So if you just want to come in and use the space for the day from 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, pick up one of these chips. It's first come, first serve. I don't know how many are back there. I'll give one of these out. I'll give this one out. But come on in, experience the space, talk to some people. We like to call it the living LinkedIn. All right? It's not online, it's live. So thank you, Sarah. Thank you all being here.
Thanks so much for hosting us here tonight. Scott and Stephanie and their team at the Wedge have been a dream to work with, and we really appreciate all the ways that they are just arms wide open to partner with any of us to help make progress, continue to move forward in downtown. Next up, I would like to invite Susan Dale to the stage. She is going to speak about her business that has recently opened right around the corner and will be moving soon.
Hi, everybody. As she mentioned, I'm Susan Dale. I own Susie Q's Designs and Finds, so AKA Susie Q. And what it is I'm a thrift store, not necessarily used stuff. I have a lot of new stuff. Most of my stuff is half price right off the bat when you buy it or come in. And a lot of times I'll do bulk deals. So I've got anything from fishing gear to makeup to antiques to jewelry, everything you can think of. That's the finds out of the Designs and Finds, and then the designs is stuff that I make, which was my whole reason for starting to do this in the first place was to sell the stuff that I make. So, and it just kind of blossomed into what it is now. I'm already outgrowing my space. I'm down here on 303 Ridge Street, which is the corner of Ridge and Broadway, right behind Ruby's. So I ventured out and I bought the Raging Cajun down on 3rd Street. And it will become a thrift store. I'm not going to open Raging Cajun, sorry. But it will be a place where you could come in, you could get a drink, you can get a slushie, adult slushie, you know, stuff like that. You can get a drink, walk around and shop. And it's going to be 2 floors for sure. The 3rd floor I'm probably going to turn into a crafting space where I'm going to do some workshops and things like that. But yeah, that's definitely an adventure. So, yes.
Do you take things on consignment?
I do. I will once I get over there. I can't do it over here because I just don't have the room. But I plan on being in. I was shooting for the 1st of December, but that ain't going to happen. So it's probably going to be more like the middle of January or the end of January when I'm open over there. So. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks so much to Susan for her mega investment in downtown Alton. My office is right next door, and I've seen the amount of giant dumpsters they have filled during the rehab. They have been working their tails off to get this space ready, and I cannot wait to see what it looks like when you reopen. Next up, I am going to invite Yvette Paris to the stage. She would like to introduce a new nonprofit that she has just created called Riverbend Renewal.
Hi, everyone. You may or may not know me. My name is Yvette Paris. I am the co-chair of Economic Vitality for Alton Main Street. But today I'm here to to talk to you about a new organization that we founded this summer and actually got my official IRS document that we are officially a 501c3 3 days before the government shut down. So hallelujah for that. You may be wondering, what are we? So what it is, I'm not from here. I'm from California. I got here because my husband was serving in the United States Marine Corps. We fell in love and got married, and he decided to pursue higher education. So he went to SIUE. We moved here. We landed in Alton about 9 years later, fell in love with the historic house, became old house owners, didn't know what we were doing, fumbled through lots of projects, asked a lot of questions, but just were enamored by this town. So I've taken off my rose-colored glasses and have learned a lot. And what we saw was a lot of really great organizations that had been here a long time that were doing really, really good work, but I felt like we could complement that by being sort of the doers. My husband is a would-be carpenter, but actually a historian by trade. My profession is a commercial interior designer. I own a business in Collinsville. And so we came together with the synergy and formed a small not-for-profit. We have a board of 5, including us 2, so there's 3 to veto our bad ideas. But basically what we're up to right now is trying to build a foundation because if you know a not-for-profit, effectively, we need money to do anything right now. I've devoted a tremendous amount of hours to making phone calls, writing emails, writing letters, showing up to meetings, and doing a lot of things because, fortunately, as a business owner, I can do that because I make the rules, and I've got a really great staff. But hopefully what we're planning to do is, at some point, obtain a property in the Alton area. We have 3 great historic districts. There's 1,000 properties in all 3 of those historic districts. And unfortunately, there's several, at least 80 properties that are on the demolition list of the city of Alton. Not all of those are in historic districts, but I have obtained that list, identified them, created a document, and we're working towards sort of figuring out what we do. What do we do about that? So, you know, there are some that are extremely vital to figure out what to do with them, and it's very, very complicated. So I don't have any answers today, but I can tell you I've met with the Illinois State Historic Preservation Office. We're actively working with Illinois Landmarks, Alton Area Landmarks, the Historic Commission, as well as the City of Alton. Because most of these properties are privately owned, that does complicate things, but effectively, we are here to try to advocate for them, educate the community on the benefits of historic preservation. We actually hosted our first workshop that was at the Jacoby Arts Center in October, and that was a window preservation restoration course where we actually had a lady come who has a master's in historic preservation and now owns a window restoration business. So she came and gave an in-depth discussion, or basically kind of a college course, a crash course on windows, and then we actually got our hands dirty, stripped them, deglazed them, reglazed them, and really just learning the importance of it. I mean, we know the importance, but what we're hoping to do is to share that knowledge, is that they may look rough, but there's, in most cases, wood windows are infinitely restorable. So just one thing at a time. I'm hoping to have at least 6 workshops next year, but I'm really hoping to be able to give scholarships to young people. Our son, who's not here this evening because he works at Gentlands as a busboy, his name's Ben, you can bug him. He's 17, he's not headed off to college, he's planning to get into the trades. So I've made him do lots of things, including this window course. And he's like, wow, this is really hard, why are you so good at it? And I was like, well, I've done it before. But one thing he did learn is the lady who's booked at least 6 to 9 months out, she charges about $2,000 a window. So I was like, hey, kiddo, you like money, right? So, these are kinds of things that you could do. So I've already had a meeting, because my office is in Collinsville. I'm actually working on the new Collinsville Area Vocational Center. So I met with the executive director. I said, you guys build houses. Have you ever introduced the kids to historic trades? He said no, so I'm trying to find synergies with that. But obviously, I may be 2 steps ahead of myself, because right now we don't have a subject property, other than we did, on a whim, buy a very distressed house on Union Street, which has its has a social media following now, and that was kind of our reasoning for fast tracking this, because people started to ask me in the community when I was at Alton Main Street events, or I'm on the board for ABOB. I'd go out to places like, hey, how's the little house going? I was like, yeah, it's a lot, because, we actually put the Tyvek suits on and the respirators and actually physically did the work, and we're continuing to do that. So, we're the roll up your sleeves, get dirty kind of people and not afraid to tackle the problems. And so we just wanted to be the bridge between what we already have as far as community-minded organizations that are advocates, but kind of take that to the next level and kind of find the gap between, maybe there's a skills gap, maybe there's opportunities for either homeowners or property owners or even young people to learn what's important, what to do right in order to keep what we have and let it be around for another century to come. So with that said, there is a QR code there. We do have a website. It's riverbend-renewal.org, or you can find us on Facebook, Riverbend Renewal. And so that QR code leads us to our Zephy. So every dollar you contribute there goes straight to us. Zephy is something I learned about through Alton Main Street. Jacoby Art Center uses it now, ABOB, and so does Alton Area Landmarks. So it's a great platform because we don't get charged for a fee, which like PayPal does. So we're hopeful that we can gain a solid, and if you can't donate money, that's fine. At some point, in-kind donations would be great, or even if you have expertise, or like, hey, I know how to do that. So basically, this is a grassroots effort to bring people who care about old houses, but maybe don't really know what to do. We're going to be the ones trying to figure that out. So at any rate, thank you for being here, and I'm glad to share what we're doing. No, not yet. We personally purchased a house. It's 818 Union Street. It has Christmas lights on. It was abandoned for better part of 10 years, and so we purchased it and have spent the last 10 months working on it. We did have it on the house tour, probably the first time. Anybody who's ever walked through done the house tour, which was in its 53rd year this year, was like, hey, what's going on here? This is a mess. I mean, it wasn't a mess compared. You can still find the pictures on Zillow of what it looked like. It's scary. But we saw that it has the original clapboard. It has a good roof. It has good bones. It was built, what we think, in the 1890s, maybe older than that. Had a mid-century renovation in the front area, but by and large, there's a lot of integrity to it. And unfortunately, if the city would have ever been aware of it, it would have been condemned, and probably the fate of it would have been like the others and left with an empty lot. So we believe that empty lots don't make great neighbors. So we're the ones showing up to basically roll up our sleeves and do something about that. Yeah. Yes, of course.
I'm retired and I substitute teach some classes at the high school.
Mhm.
And I like talking to the kids in the morning before classes start. So many of them don't want to go to college. They want to be in the trades. And, I say that's great, and how are you approaching that? And the high school does have a number of courses that seem excellent. But I'm wondering if you could connect to the high school, maybe get some grant money.
Yes.
To have a section of their hands-on courses deal with what you're doing.
That's our hope. So I have not spoken to the high school just yet because I felt like I need to get a little bit more, official. I mean, we're official, but get a little bit more of our feet underneath of us. As far as a subject property would be great. We're hoping that we can either obtain, whether or not it's a donation or we buy. We don't have any money to buy anything right now. So a house that needs work. And so what we would do for that is basically use it as a teaching home where we're actually hosting workshops. And I'd love to have the kids, like I said, my son, he's taken welding and now he's in advanced woodworking, which is the second. So, he's doing a lot of those things, not in the building trade side because he actually wants to do metal fabrication probably as a profession. But as far as that, I know that they're really, I was actually volunteered at the job fair last year, and the organization I belong to has a grant for VR goggles, and they have 30 different professions that you could learn for just like a 5-minute thing. So the VR goggles go on. Never done it before. I put them on, figured it out, but they thought it was so cool. So I saw a lot of students who came through, they were exposed to whether or not they were in the medical profession or in the construction trades. So I think that there's a lot of synergies that we can have with the Alton School District and maybe beyond, but I'm hoping that I can have something, a property at that point where I can approach them and say, hey, we're working on this house. Can we have the students come over and get, Carpentry 101? Absolutely. So that's what we're up to. Thank you, guys.
Super cool. Thank you so much, Yvette. She has proven to be an invaluable member of our board of directors and our Economic Vitality Committee. And I also wanted to mention this quickly, that is a good tie-in. Our committee has been working on assembling a list of construction resources, because something we hear from both commercial and residential property owners alike is that it's really difficult to find qualified people who are skilled in historic preservation techniques. So we have been getting recommendations from local property owners who have been pleased with their service, and we have been compiling a list of all of these different companies and their contact information and what their specialties are. So you can find that on our website whenever you need it. It is under doing business, and then you select construction resources there. So hopefully that will be helpful to some of you all in the future. Next up, I would like to invite Jeff Bonnert to the stage. He is from Elysian Gallery, and he has all kinds of fun stuff coming up to tell you about.
I'm a little taller. Good evening, Sarah. Thanks for squeezing me in again. I am Jeff Bonnert with Elysian Gallery. I am located up in the Mineral Springs Hotel with Troy and Donna's Reigning Zen. We are located in the back right-hand corner of the lobby. can't really miss us. We've got about 5 signs out there letting people know that now. But people still seem to miss us, so letting you know where we're at exactly. But we do have a lot of stuff coming up, and I wanted to kind of share it. First, a big thank you to Alton for the support from the community. We just opened in August, and it has gone really well so far. So this holiday season, we thought we'd do a little bit to try and give back. We are an official Toys for Tot donation spot, and we have partnered with the Crisis Food Center here in Alton as a food donation location. Now, with that being said, we have a big art event coming up called Art East. That is this weekend. It is a 2-day event. Some of you might have seen it, some of you might not. It is hosted by Edwardsville Arts Center, Macoupin Arts Community, and our very own Jacoby Arts Center. And there are a lot of different artists who are opening up their studios, and the galleries are opening up their space also. Mooneyham Art is going to be participating in Art East, as is Jacoby's, and so is our gallery. You'll have an opportunity to meet some artists in those different places, but we are jumping on board with Art East. We thought that even though we are going to be doing donations and collections through December 13th, we're going to make this our big toy drive and food drive weekend. So bring up to Elysian. Like I said, bring yourself an unwrapped toy or a food donation of $10 or more. We are running a promotion. It is a promotion, not a sale, where if you do bring in a $10 donation for one of the 2 organizations, you will receive 10% off off items under $100. That is important to mention because we are protecting the value of artists' original artwork. We never want to put any type of sale or promotion on any of that stuff. So it will not be on any original artwork. It will be on items that are under $100. So that is our first one we have coming up. We would love to have everybody join us for that. We will have drinks, non-alcoholic drinks. We will have hors d'oeuvre type things for both days. The gallery is open 10 to 6. Art East runs 12 to 6 both days. Then the following weekend is Small Business Saturday. We are running a Meet the Artist event from 11 to 3. Right now we will have myself, obviously, since I am there all the time. We have 2 local artists in the gallery who are going to be there to interact and talk to people about their stuff. We have Natalie Wellborn of Wellborn Paper Cuts, and we have Natalie Emmons of Aquarius Pottery. And we also have one of our photographers. She is an award-winning photographer, Lonnie Gatlin, who is going to be up there also to talk about her work and photography. She's currently in our gallery with her astrophotography. If anybody's been up there, they've seen all the Milky Way shots, the aurora shots. She's a phenomenal photographer. So that kind of runs us through the first 2 things that we have going on, and then we are bringing in a new artist for a really big event on December 13th, another local artist by the name of Isabel Empey. She actually just opened her own little studio up in Milton, right behind Maeve's. Hers is called The Songs of Celestials, and it is her art that is representing some things that she went through in her life. She's very open about her broken childhood and what she had to go through, and art is where she found her calling and a way to express herself and get through it. So that is coming up on December 13th. I think that's about it, but please do come up for the Art East event. Bring the donations. Like I said, that's our big toy and food drive. We'd love to be able to fill up a bunch of stuff and get it out to the 2 different organizations for the holidays. So thank you again, and everybody have a good night.
Thanks so much, Jeff. If you haven't stepped into the gallery yet, please do. It is breathtaking, really beautiful. That is all of our featured speakers for the evening, and this is where we usually get some fun surprises. So I am going to take this wireless mic and pass it around. If you're just here to listen and you don't have anything to share, that is totally fine, but please do pass the microphone to your neighbor. A lot of people don't even want to touch the microphone.
Hello everyone, my name is Shawnice Pembroke. I am the owner of Beyond Taste that was previously Precisions. I was the person in the back in May cooking, and then I had an opportunity to rent out the building. And so now, on that side and in the front now, so that's really good and exciting. And I just wanted to say hello to everyone. I serve comfort food. Upstairs, I have 15 Together Boutique. So it's 60% off of like regular price clothing. So really good deals and sales of women and children's clothing. So yeah, I just wanted to say hello to everyone and let everybody know that I'm there. Yes, that's the home front, the upstairs, the third floor, the whole building. I'm excited.
I've heard best chicken wings in town.
So the hours are 11, so I'm open from Tuesday to Saturday, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. I'm trying to expand that, but it's hard to get help, and I'm a caregiver. So I do hospice care, so I am still doing my regular job, and then I get off a 13-hour shift. And then I don't cook for people. So yeah, so a little bit hard. I have a couple of people that work for me, but trying to find some more help and get more stable. Thank you.
Just a quick reminder to everyone, we are live streaming on riverbender.com, so if you wouldn't mind, hold the mic right up to your mouth there and make sure everyone can hear you at home.
No problem here. Hello everyone, my name is Nick. I'm a fractional CFO and I'm a wedgie here at the Wedge. I'm moving into the area, still live up by Springfield and travel down here every day. Why? Because I came down to Mineral Springs and I absolutely love this place, like many of y'all. And I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. As a fractional CFO, what we're gonna do is help you, because here's the problem is businesses that aim at nothing hit that with amazing accuracy. And so, what we do is we don't give you tax advice, we give you profit advice. Because let me ask you this. If you had to pay a $10,000 tax burden, but you got $100,000, that's great. Most people wouldn't want to pay a $50,000 tax burden if it made them $300,000. Would you rather have $300,000 in your pocket or $100,000 in your pocket? We show you that a lot of the cocktail party advice that you get is absolutely terrible for your business. And also right now, here's a wonderful thing is if you're a business or a 501(c) under $500,000, we're going to go ahead and do you an upfront championship financial game plan for free. So if you go to livingwaterconsulting.com or you stop here at the Wedge, we can do that for you. Thank you all.
Actually, I wasn't planning on talking, but I do have some good news. So if you guys don't know, there's the SBDC, they have a annual or biannual challenge, the Metro East Startup Challenge. I'm thankful to say that I actually won. So we got first. So we have an app coming out, it's been going really well, and I do want to speak a lot of credit to Nick, because I too am a wedgie here. And he actually introduced me to a formula that I would end up using for my first investment meeting. And it's really shocking to say, but we did get our first investor, 1% for $10,000, which means that the company's officially on paper. Don't get me wrong, I do not have the money. But on paper it's valued at $1 million. So if you guys know any investors or VCs or angel investors, we're looking for maybe one or two more. Would love to set up a conversation this week. Oh, Tyler, hi, Beyond Creative. So we're an AI digital agency, but mainly focused on video editing. So kind of just going organic storytelling mode. But we have an app coming out, so that's been our main focus for the past few months. Thank you.
How about, even if you don't have anything to say, if you own a business downtown, how about just introduce yourself and say your name and what your business is, so lots more people can start to know who one another are.
Okay, hi, my name is Carolyn Carruthers, so I'll speak. I wasn't going to, but
My name is Carolyn Carruthers. I am on the Reimagine Alton School District Community Panel. And since there are so many beautiful people in here from Alton, I would imagine your kids, grandkids, and nieces, nephews, and everyone goes to the Alton School District. This community-led panel that I'm on, because I'm one of the co-chairs, we have been working most of the year, and now we are engaging the community. The purposes of the committee is for us to get feedback from the community in ways that the Alton School District can better help serve you, and for us all to partner together, right, collaborate, and to reimagine and retell the Alton story. So every person in here that's from Alton, downtown Alton, Godfrey in general, is all of a part of that story. If you're a parent, we need you at our workshop. We so far have hosted 2. We hosted one September 30th at Alton High. We've hosted one November 5th at Alton Middle. Our next one coming up is on January 28th. I'm not going to say the location yet, but we're hoping to have a very good location because we're trying to get out in the community so that way everyone, all a part of the community come. I heard someone talking about having a business where they're teaching trades and stuff. It's a great opportunity for you to come out because we also have all of the stakeholders with the school district and the school board there at our meetings. And this community panel, as we get the feedback from you guys, we're going to submit all of that feedback we're going to present it to the school board in June next year. And also there's action items that they're actually updating as we get your feedback in the school district. There's a lot of things that we need you guys, all of us together, to work together for the betterment of Alton. So again, I'm Carolyn Carruthers. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach me, but also if you go on the Alton School District website, it is called Reimagine, R-E-I-M-A-G-I-N-E. Community-led panel. It is on there. We have a phone number and we have an email address for you guys to reach out to us and come and be a part of our story, actually your story, because we're all one family. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Tish Emmerich, and I wasn't planning on speaking either, but, myself, my husband Sean, and Don and James Robinson, we actually own 502 Designs, formerly B&B Custom Tees. We've changed and did a lot of modifications. So, as you can see, our website there, we have where you can order shirts and cups and all kinds of things. We have DTFs, we have embroidery, we have engraving, posters, signs, banners. So feel free to look us up, and we are now on Bell Street. So, thank you.
Sorry, coming over a cold. So glad I showed up here today. My name is Thibaut Schultz. I grew up in this area. I just returned back to Alton from San Diego, California. I'm an architect by trade, but I'm glad I showed up here just to meet because I'm really enthusiastic about this town and this city and look forward to meeting and greeting all of you. See where I can get involved. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Diane Dick. I have a company called Legacy Training and Development. So if you think about just people development, if you think about things like leadership, customer service, team building, meeting facilitation, any of those kinds of things and services that help kind of develop yourself as a person, as a leader, as a business owner, that we provide all of those types of services. I grew up here in Alton. I moved away but came back because that's what you do, because Alton has that draw, doesn't it? But one of the things I'm probably most excited about and I want to throw out there is myself and another colleague are going to be putting together next year what right now is just considered a small business roundtable. Let's just think about it that way. So it's bringing small business owners together are literally sitting at a table to a certain extent and just talking through and supporting each other in the growth of your business. Whether that be providing the resources and connecting people with resources we have in the community that we can all build from, but it's also that opportunity just to sit down face to face. Hey, here's what I'm working on, here's my struggle, you know, and having a built-in thinking partner. That's kind of how I think about it, and I do that as part of mine. So if you have any interest, if that sounds of any interest, just throw me a card or something before we leave. We're not there yet, but come next year, we're going to be launching this. I think it'll be just a great side benefit and service for folks around the area. So my name's Diane. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Hi, I'm Mary Cordes. I'm the director of Hainer Library, and I was planning to talk this evening. So if you stand still longer than 2 minutes, I'll talk to you about the library. So I brought our newsletter because I just wanted to let you know about a handful of events that are coming up. We have our local author book fair at the Alton Square Library. That's going to take place on Saturday, December 6th. We have about 20 local authors who are going to be selling their books in front of the library, between the library and JCPenney in the courtyard. We'll also have a library open house that day, so we hope you'll come out. That same day, we're also having an open house at our genealogy and local history library. It'll be decorated in Victorian decorations for the holidays, and we'll have the fireplaces going, and we'll have all kinds of crafts and genealogy and local history information for you. So we hope you'll come out to that. Everything I'm talking about tonight's on the library website, and it's all free, so you can visit hainerlibrary.org and get the dates and times. The other couple of things that we're doing, we also have, get to it here. We're getting through our current newsletter and going to our next one. So we have a gift wrapping open house. So for those of you that want to come and wrap presents, maybe away from little ones or other family members, or you just need a little bit of time to yourself, we're going to provide the gift wrapping paper, bags, tape, that kind of stuff. And if you have any of that you're looking to donate or get rid of out of your house, we'll take it at the library. We're doing it for the teens so they can do it, but we're also doing it for the adults. And that is going to be November 21st and December 11th at our mall library. We have John Lynn coming to talk about Main Street, Illinois on November 20th, so Thursday from 6 to 7:30. We have the Riverbend Community Orchestra. The library's hosting them. They're going to be at the library on Sunday from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Alton Square location out in the courtyard. We can't fit them in the library, so they're going to be in the courtyard, and we have chairs for everyone, so we're hoping you'll come out for that. That's 2 to 3. And then we have the McAtees, a holiday musical performance. We're partnering with Lewis and Clark College at the chapel. That is Sunday, December 7th from 2 to 3. And that is a free concert as well. So if you haven't heard them sing, I believe they're from Porch Cafe. So yeah, they're wonderful. And that's a free concert from 2 to 3. I think that's it, but hold on one second. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I lied. We have 2 more things. The Little Art Show. So we're partnering with Jacoby Art Center, and through the end of November, you can stop by the libraries and pick up, and Jacoby Art Center, a 4x4 canvas, and then take it home. It's for all ages. You decorate it however you want. We've had some amazing people dropping things off. We've had people flip them around, use the back as shadow boxes, so you do whatever you want. But then those are going to go on display at Jacoby Art Center for 2 months. Then we'll have a showing at the library as well. So we'll have gallery showings for all of those. And then we'll have a reception for that as well. And then last but not least, along with art, we're doing little free art libraries around town. So you've seen little libraries. These are little free art libraries. We're partnering with Jacoby Art Center. So we have them in different locations around town. You can drop off your used art supplies. I just saw online somebody was looking, what do I do with all this art stuff? I'm cleaning out the kids' rooms. Find one of these little free art libraries. Throw your art supplies in there. Kids, adults, anybody can pick up the art supplies, use them for free. The library, as you know, we always get new books in. What do we do with the old books? We're always looking for places to send those. So we're taking our old art books, putting them in the little free art libraries, so you can just take one. You can also drop them off if you have them. So those are in a couple of different places around town. Alton City Hall, Olin Park, Milton Schoolhouse, Boys and Girls Club of Alton, Jacoby Art Center, and Alton City Hall. So yeah, thank you very much.
I'm Connie Clayton, and Art East was already mentioned, and up Henry Street, we've got our pottery showroom open, so come and see our pottery. That's Saturday and Sunday. Now Saturday, St. Peter and Paul is having their Christmas bazaar. I'm going to be there with our pottery, so we're going to do both of those things. And then also, Alton Symphony Orchestra is having their Christmas concert December 7th at Lewis and Clark, so that'll be fun.
Hello, everyone. I was here 3 months ago, but I didn't get to introduce myself because I didn't come prepared. I came prepared this time. I'm Pastor Ian Caveney. I'm the minister at First Presbyterian on the corner of 4th and Albee Street. I've been there for about 6 months. And since I met with Sarah, I've started coming up with all the things I'm going to share every time I come here. But this month, the thing I want to share is our music director has put together a Music on the River Bend series that is going to be hosted at First Presbyterian. I've got some flyers back there. The first concert is this coming Sunday at 3 p.m. at the church. It will have musicians from the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra as well as the First Presbyterian Choir. There are other musical events as we go forward. What I'd love to ask, if you want to celebrate music in the community and get people interested in free music concerts in the community, if you could circulate these. One of my tasks is to get us on a higher level of graphic design. Not quite there yet, but get these somewhat very informational, somewhat straightforward looking flyers in your businesses and share the word, as we'd love to get the word out and love to do some of our work with a beautiful space and getting people to listen to more music. So, thank you.
Hi guys, my name is John Mooneyham, and I am your friendly neighborhood psychic. You did hear that right. I am the owner of Grey Witch Tarot LLC. I do psychic readings, tarot readings, party and event readings, and other spiritual services including home cleansings and tarot mentorship. I set some cards on the back table, and I have some on myself if you guys are interested or know anyone who is. Thank you.
Hey everybody, Charles here, Mooneyham Art LLC. I am at 305 State Street. So a lot of what everybody's already said, I try to partake in all the festivities that Alton has to offer. So yes, we'll be there for First Friday, the holiday preview party. We're gonna do stuff for Art East. I've got artist Jill Hack gonna be in the studio doing live demos. The interesting aspect of Mooneyham Art, as many of you know, I just returned to the art world after a 20-year career in behavioral health. A lot of my friends were off becoming famous while I was trying to save the world. So with that being said, I try to pull in a lot of favors and give local Alton artists an opportunity to show against international and national-based talent to create an opportunity they might not otherwise have. Since I've opened my new location in April, I have been able to pay back over $10,000 in commission to local artists here in Alton. And my next big event is going to be December 6th. It is free to the public. Oh, the party's free to the public. There we go. And I'm going to have live music from Psychedelic Symphony, and then my main artist is going to be Ty Davis. He's most recently known as the winner of Chopped. He has been on like 6 different Food Network shows. He's done fashion runways for Neiman Marcus, and he's an artist. So also, with that being said, any restaurant owners that might be interested in having a celebrity guest chef, that might be something he'd be really interested in. So again, that is December 6th, and Ty Davis will be there. It is also going to be featuring Joe Bovacanti, who is one of my fine jewelers. He makes high-end sterling silver jewelry with precious gems and semi-precious gems. So if you guys ain't got anything else to do, come on down for either Art East, First Friday, the Holiday Reveal, or, Ty Davis's show. So thank you.
Anyone in the back here? We've got a standing room, folks. Caleb, I know you have something to say. I know you have something to say.
I'm Caleb Lewis. I own a couple businesses in town. So Alton Odyssey Tours just finished up our busy season, and we're launching new programs next year. That'll be coming to our real estate on Broadway, where Honeybee Vintage is. We're starting our next residential unit, so hopeful to be fully occupied by April. And then other than that, I work here formerly at the Wedge with Scott and Stephanie, and now Community Engagement Director for Alton Works and Rex Encore. So looking forward to grabbing cups of coffee and hearing more about what the community is looking for. Oh, yes, and Moondrops Wellness is another company that I'm participating in, as well as the conservatory, music venue, and art gallery next door. So thanks for putting me on the spot, Sarah.
Anyone else across the back there have anything to share? Marcus?
Hello, everyone. I'm Marcus Boyd. Came to town to develop real estate. Ended up with My Just Desserts. You all may see me there. I can't say I'm the owner anymore. My wife turned 50 Sunday, this past Sunday, and I gifted her the restaurant as her 50th birthday present. So she's been with me here for about the past 6 months since we had a complete managerial staff turnover. So she's been a great chef my whole life, all our kids' lives. So if you all stop in, just say hi to Tamika for me, and I'm gonna concentrate more on finishing the development and doing what I have to do to make sure we get that second floor space done. Had a couple meetings with the city. Actually, I also I owned 310 Mill Street, or the Pink Mansion. So we finally got a contractor there to start renovating the guest house. So hopefully, if we get favorable words from the city back tomorrow, which we're anticipating, that renovation will begin pretty immediately. And then I think I've been taking too many notes from Susie Q and Yvette, because I also bought the Tap Horn house in town, so we're working on getting that done too. So I just kind of got my hands full, and just trying to do what I can do to improve the community. So happy to be here. Thanks for all the support.
Have we missed anyone? Sure, go ahead.
I forgot one thing. So this is the second year that Alton or Deck the Town is happening. So local business owners, you may have seen some of them are very festive already. They are generously allowing not-for-profits to adopt a window. So we are doing the Alton Township office. So you may see my volunteers there on Friday afternoon, right before the deadline of the evening, which is when the tree lighting is going to be. So we're going to be furiously decorating a window and then getting hot chocolate for the tree lighting. So hopefully that will bring a little more brightness to downtown.
Wonderful. All right, just a last reminder that we only host What's Up Downtown quarterly, so the next one will be in February. Please stay tuned to our social media, subscribe to our newsletter there on our homepage if you have not yet. DowntownAlton.com is where you can stay up to date on everything that we're talking about. Wanted to make sure everyone knew that there is pizza from Bossa Nova and cookies from Duke Bakery over there. Please help yourself. Feel free to network with anyone who said anything that really sparked your interest tonight. And if you have anything to share at the next one, please reach out about being a featured speaker. Thank you for believing in downtown Alton. Have a great rest of your evening.